Hello and welcome to Scale series by Dr. Kamal Asif. In today's video, we are going to discuss the construction of a diagonal scale. Now let us take up this example of diagonal scale. So according to this one, on a plan, a line of 20 centimeter long represents a distance of 400 meters. Draw a diagonal scale for the plan to read up to a single meter. Measure and mark a distance of 173 meters on the scale. For this one, the first step is to calculate the RF of the scale and then find the length of the scale. So RF is given as drawing size upon actual size. Now drawing size is 20 centimeter and the actual size is 400 meters. So we have this value 20 centimeter divided by 400 into 100 centimeter. This gives us the value of RF as 1:2000. Then our next step is to calculate the length of the scale. Now length of the scale is given as RF multiplied by the maximum length to be measured. So in this case, the maximum distance to be measured is not given as such, but we are given a distance of 173 meters. So if you take a round up distance of 200 meters, then it will cover 173 meter as well. So we take the maximum distance to be measured as 200 meter. So once we fix this value, then we get the length of a scale as RF, which is 1:2000 multiplied by 200 meter, and then converting it into centimeter. So this gives us a length of 10 centimeter. Now by default, by the standards that has been accepted for diagonal scale, the height of the diagonal scale is taken as in between 50 to 70 millimeters or 5 to 7 centimeters. Now we take the minimum one, which is 5 centimeters. So with this value, let us proceed for the construction of the diagonal scale. So in the construction, we first draw this rectangle. The length of this rectangle is going to be 10 centimeters and the height is going to be 5 centimeters. 10 centimeter is the length of the diagonal scale that we have calculated, and 5 centimeter is the minimum distance which is necessary for diagonal scale. So this length is 10 centimeters and this height is taken as 5 centimeter. Now we divide this one into some equal number of parts. So in this one, we are dividing it into 4 parts. So for this one, we take this line, draw 4 arcs of equal radius on this line. Then from the last arc, we join our last point of the scale. So here it is. When we join this last point, then from other points, we draw lines parallel to the first one. So this is giving us the measurement of 0, 50, 100 and 150 on one side, and then 50 meters on the other side. So total making it 200 meters. Now our next step is to divide this first division from 0 to 50 into again some equal number of parts. Now if we divide it into 5 parts, then each part is going to give us a division of 10 meters. So we divide this distance of 0 to 50 meters into 5 equal parts. For this one, we take this line, and then on this line, we draw 5 arcs of equal radius. Then join the last one with 0, and then proceed to draw parallel lines from the from the remaining points parallel to the first one. Now from the last point, we join the corner of the division part. So each part is giving us 10 meters. So we join this last one with the corner part, and then from other points we draw parallel lines to the first one. So here we have these lines. Now we need to divide each of these parts into 10 more equal parts. So for this one, we divide this height of the diagonal scale into 10 equal parts. So for that one, we draw this line, then take 10 arcs of equal radius on this line. So here is the line and the required arcs. We join the last arc with the last point and then draw lines parallel to the first one from other points. So we have these lines parallel to the first one. We draw these horizontal lines throughout the length of the scale. So we have these lines from these points throughout the scale. Now, as you can see in this one, these horizontal lines, they divide each part from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and then 40 to 50, each of these parts into 10 equal parts. So we have to mark a distance of 173 meters on this scale. So 150 is on one side, then taking 20 on the divided part of the first section. So 20 on this one, and then 7 on, sorry, 3 on this one. So we have this one and this one. So this distance is giving us a distance of 173 meters. Then RF is 1:2000 and length of a scale is 10 centimeters.